Oh, here we go. Hello, everyone. This is Scratch and Jack, your host for Across the Pond Hangouts with Amazing Plastics Google Plus community with scale modelers who'd like to share their tips and tricks with one another and their scale modeling achievements. Well, today we have followers or members of Amazing Plastic who like to talk scale models. And this is unusual. It's the first time I'm not introducing Heath for the first time. It's Lou. We're starting in the L's and not with the H's.
Oh my gosh!
How you doing, Lou?
I just woke up.
Did you?
I was having a nice little sleep, and then I heard the little sound go off in the background.
Oh, you had your computer on and we dinged you, huh?
Yeah. Okay. What's going on?
I see. So I'm still going to ask, what's on your workbench, even though you just woke up?
A lot of mess right now. I'm finishing up Star-Lord. I finished the 2 Rocket Raccoons. I'm working on a Igor figure. And what else? That's about it. That's enough for a Saturday, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I got to say, you're doing a lot more than I did in all of the month of January and February.
I gotta have 4 or 5 things going, or else I don't feel right.
Well, yeah. Well, all my stuff is here in the basement, and as you well know, in North Carolina, even it's been pretty darn cold.
We were out of work. I was out of work Tuesday because of it, and Wednesday went in about half a day, and Thursday an hour late, and then finally had a full day of work yesterday. The roads here are just nuts.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys aren't even used to as much ice and snow that there has been.
No, and we got a half-inch of ice on Tuesday night, or early Tuesday morning, and that just shuts everything down.
But you know, with all that good weather going on, that gives you an opportunity to do what you do on your workbench.
Exactly. It's no day.
So I had a 3-day weekend last weekend, and I decided to have the flu instead of doing any modeling.
Oh.
So I'm still a little congested.
Don't spend your time sick.
I'm still a little congested. If I hawker up something, you'll know what it's about. So.
Nice.
That was pleasant. How you doing, Liam? Oh, you sound so good. In other words, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. Because I think your mic might be off because you joined.
Try that.
There you go.
Right. My end. No. Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're not all frozen.
Yeah.
In America, yeah. Well,
right.
a question, Lou. Does a snow day mean no pay?
No. Well, I had to take a vacation day.
Ah, right. Okay.
But I've got some vacation time built up, so it's no big deal.
No, just in case there's a major negative about having a day off work, not being paid is a fairly negative.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Well, as it turns out, that Lou was being paid to do his scale modeling. I think only Lou could do that. So what's working on your bench there, mister?
Oh, I'm working away at this ship. I'd sort of say it's just about get it in the screen here.
That sort of looks like Phil's introduction to what he's doing.
Yeah, but mine's is mine's is a measly 1/72nd scale, you see. So that's it. Although I had a disastrous moment. I don't know if you saw the post I put on. I was working on during the week and I realised then I'm missing 17 pieces.
Oh no!
I got the kit ridiculously cheap, so I can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
I tried contacting Revell Europe. No, we haven't got it set of stock. We don't make it anymore. Usual stuff. Then I contacted Revell UK. No, we don't have it set of stock. We don't make it anymore. But strange thing is the Platinum Edition, which is exactly the same kit with exactly the same parts, bar it's got photo etch on it. It's still available, but they won't give me the parts from that because it's a different kit.
Oh no!
So I ended up biting the bullet and ordered another one.
Mm.
So what I'll do is I've ordered 60,000 plastic sheet, and when I get the other kit, I'm going to duplicate the parts. They're all flat pieces, bar bar a gun platform, which is a little bit more complicated, but everything else is just flat. It's the wheelhouse, basically. The whole wheelhouse is missing. And the guy I bought it from, I tried contacting him, but he's not responding to hails. So we'll work with it. But it's a nice kit. It's a very old kit. It's a 60s Matchbox, 60s 70s Matchbox originally. So it's it's not perfect by any means, but it's a nice base to start with.
It certainly is. If I'm going some back and forth with my microphone, I have to run the furnace. It's that cold here. Usually I can shut it off and good for an hour, but not today. So I got to run it, and if you're hearing weird noises, that's because my furnace is right next to me. So if this house ever blows up, I'll first to go to Kingdom Come, you know?
Well, better that than seeing Frozen Jack, you know.
Jack Frost?
Jack Frost, yeah.
Well, you know, on the news today, they put a warrant out for his arrest, along with that girl from that Frozen movie, whoever she is.
Anna.
And, of course, that rodent we have here in Pennsylvania, Punxsutawney Phil. So.
Haven't they eaten that thing yet?
He ate the mayor. It was all the way around.
The rats aren't really normally eaten, so, but the warrant for their arrest has been made. Just so you all know. How you doing, Phil?
Good. Haven't been doing much. I've been busy all week with work, but so I've just been doing some work on the Hornet. I'm down to little bits and pieces and photo etch and stuff. So I threw out the instruction sheet and I'm kind of doing it my way. So that could be really interesting. I may end up with the superstructure under the hull instead of on top of it. We'll see what happens.
If you have any Australian version, Liam.
Well, yeah. Again, keep it up, Phil. I really enjoy watching your builds evolve. That's really cool. You're like one of the few people I watch the videos of.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Anyway, speaking of not making any mistakes at all, how you doing, Spike?
Oh, not bad. Yourself?
All right. I'm all right. So, are you still in school? Are you still doing your homework?
Yes, and I only found out last Monday the teachers give 2 weeks' notice, so she must have had enough of me.
Oh. I see. You did post something, and I can't seem to find it all of a sudden. There was like a really cool thing. I don't think you did it on the community. I think you did it on my feed. Let's see if I can bring that up, just so that I can talk to you a little longer. We're bragging about the weather here, and so are you. It's pretty warm there now, isn't it?
About 95 today, and at 6 o'clock we got a thunderstorm, and now it's back down to about 70.
70, okay. At least it's cooled off for you. We don't want you to cook too much.
It's very muggy outside at the moment, very muggy.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, though, I got to admit, though, I can't say, I mean, I went to school, too, just the same as you are doing right now. I cannot imagine going to school in the summer.
Seems wrong.
Well, the Australians don't go to school in the summer either. The school closes between, I don't know, December 19th and February something. So
yeah, yeah, the kids have only just gone back to school a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, we're getting towards the end of February now, so technically we should stop getting all this really, really hot weather.
Yeah, once you hit March, it tends to even out really quickly.
Yeah. So wait and see what happens.
Well, I'm still trying to. It was a motorcycle that I seen. Find it.
The Predator cycle?
No, it looks like I'm not going to be able to find it. It's like one of those things on your feed that is there, and then when you go log back on, it's not.
No. I know the motorbike that you're talking about. It was at one of the guys that does one of the model magazines. It was on his Facebook page, and then I happened to get it onto mine. It's a was it they had a NNL apparently somewhere in America. There it is there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Isn't that cool, guys?
Yeah,
Hey,
that is neat.
If you're not into bikes or this kind of model building, but you got to appreciate the intricacy of this. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oops.
Yeah, he's put a lot of detail in there.
No,
Yeah,
I
there's a lot
can't
of
zoom in.
work gone into it.
Mm.
That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. So, Wayne, how you doing?
Thank you. How are you? Is it freezing?
You're freezing there too in the UK?
Yeah.
No, it was at -3 this morning when I woke up.
Balmy.
Uh-huh. So you're working on there. What are you working on?
The big train I got.
A trailer.
The train, the big German.
Chuffer. Yeah,
Oh.
oh, good. That's a
Oh.
nice size. That is
Yeah.
a nice size.
All 700 parts of it.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
1,000 in my ship.
Uh-huh. Locomotives.
Yeah. And I got myself.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we've ever had a train builder.
No, there's I did one back for that Jimmy build that never happened last year, but I only did the Revell Big Boy, which is fairly small. And while I was looking at what to build, I actually looked at that sucker from Trumpeter, and I was very tempted to do that myself. So when Wayne finishes his, I'll probably end up getting one because I'll have
Yeah.
to. Yeah,
Copy it. There's the control panel.
nice. That's
There's
a
no
big
colour.
size, isn't it?
Pardon? There's no colour chart for it, so I'm just guessing here. So, but it looks all right so far.
Oh shit! It was a locomotive. It's gonna be filthy. Should be real fun.
I'll just chuck it in the dirt for a bit outside.
That's the way.
Very nice.
Yeah. And my bollards came in this morning as well. All that. $7.99 for them parts.
Oh, the weekly De Agostini type thing. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I was opening up before.
Uh-huh.
This is all I'm doing. I've been concentrating on for a while. A minute. Everything I finished. This is my last build I finished. Knock off 190.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I used them on it. Second.
Well, the Hataka paints. Yep.
Saves me.
A latte Luftwaffe? I don't understand.
The late new Frosted set.
Oh, a late. I thought I said, I don't know. I'm saying things. I'm drinking coffee, I guess. I don't know.
He's back alone. He's just venting.
You know, you get. I don't know if you guys know. I can't really show anything today because I've been the bum as I am in the wintertime when it comes to a scale model building. I did get a, what do you call it? One of those metal marble space rail sets. I put up one of the 5 tracks already, and that's been like that for 2 weeks. So I'm going to try getting that done. I don't know if in the past broadcasts have I talked about it. I have been having this obsession about these roller coaster type things. Let me screen share to see if this is going to come up. Well, this is the search for an image of Space Rail. So this is what I'm trying to do. I don't think this is the one I'm doing. I've been a little obsessed with roller coasters.
They none of mousetrap and
Especially
shadows.
Yeah, mousetrap.
You've gone off the rails.
Especially these things. Especially these things. Cool stuff. I don't know. Is it? Have anybody watched the video I posted yesterday?
Not yet.
Nah.
Yeah, these can get pretty sophisticated. It takes up entire homes, and
I say when you're trying to make room for something, that doesn't make it easy.
no, it doesn't. But I'm just imagining what the cost of one of these things would be, because the regular set is something like this kit here.
Uh-huh.
This is a regular set, and we're talking about like massive layouts. Well, that's it. That's also a set, I believe. But when you're getting into stuff like this, you know, which are just humongous. Oh, there's a kids' room all taken up with this thing.
How much does it cost for just a normal basic set, Jack?
Well, a set like this is going to be between $30 and $50. I've seen sets as much as $80.
All right.
It just depends on, I suppose, you know, what ready-made stuff you get.
Okay.
But there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars in these things, no doubt.
I would imagine if you were an enterprising person, you could probably cast up your own straights and connectors, not the specialized parts, but the basic straights and connectors, and save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I can screen share this, if it'll work.
Oh, rocket.
And the thing about these videos are, I don't. Oh, remember this commercial?
Yeah. Skip the ad, Jack. Go ahead. I dare you.
It's actually a very good ad.
You gotta watch YouTube to really appreciate.
This could be interesting.
Jog, jump, dog. Okay. Now the motors are electric, right?
Wait for the sound effects.
Ah! Ah! My eyes!
That's only a small one.
I can see my house from here.
It's just to see if that will work, you know, once it's played back. I just thought I'd show it, that these things can get, that what I showed you is actually an amusement park. It has one of those things that they lift you up and then they drop you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And merry-go-round too. As you watch the video, you can see some of that going on in the background, but it's all about that coaster. I don't know. I've been obsessed about that. So let's look at what the community has to offer today. Our friend Don Gilchrist is still sharing his missiles and rockets, and Randall Scott got involved with it. So he got himself a redstone. Come on, work with me. A redstone kit. Have anybody done one of these rocket kits?
Well, I've got the Saturn V on the go. It's from that's from the. This is, who is it? It's
The Dragon?
AMT set of all of the NASA rockets, the Redstones, the Saturn V, etc. I've only built the Saturn V at this point.
It'll be all paint job on these things, I would think, because there's really nothing to them as far as detail goes. I mean, there's not very much of it.
Well, the Saturn V has a bit. It's designed to be broken down into pieces, and inside is the capsule and all sorts of stuff, but I didn't bother with that. So you can put some effort into them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Randall got involved with the Don's passion.
He is big into astronomy as well, Randall. So.
Oh yes. Oh, a holiday spot for modelers. It looks like Space 1999 set components. This is the year's holiday top spot for modelers.
I saw that picture.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
great. Very well done.
I wonder where that is.
It's in somebody's computer.
In somebody's computer, yeah.
Yeah. We're not
Sort of
at
like
all.
that sci-fi museum or the aircraft museum.
We're not at all obsessed with our model building. And strangely enough, he's also done a couple of pictures of what a modeler's lounge would look like. I was like, he is so creative. This is your pool table. Your standard pool table. And it looks like a, dinette set.
Wow.
This is eBay. Oh, I said, check this out, this crazy dining set I found on eBay. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
see how I can probably, eat your Rice Krispies at that table.
Something might jump out of your chest, and that would be the 3 elves of Rice Krispies,
Snap, crackle. Ah!
Oh, we
right. And also the cream of the crop for your lounge, and this is still sticking with your sci-fi.
Oh yeah, I've seen that picture before.
Yep, that's nice.
Yeah, gotta get hand set up, Okay, enough of the furnace. I can't hear myself. So we're gonna have to be cold for a time being.
Speaking of Randall, Jack, I think you just said could you add him in if that's possible?
Oh sure. Did he message you?
Yep.
So maybe we can ask him about the rocket ships.
You took his name in vain.
Okay, and what does he have here? Stuff to recycle. He's got like soda bottles, pictures of soda bottles lined up to be a rocket. Oh, and of course, this would be, I can see a Spike sleeping in this bed.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that the other day.
Well, it is the bed of the truck.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the truck bed.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. I don't know. It looks like Spike's place, actually. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Would anybody build something like that? I mean, seriously. I mean, would you think that's something that would be considered modeling?
Oh, sure, it's sculpture. You're taking parts and making something else out of it. It's modeling.
And you're recycling too.
Kind of thing. If you had grandchildren or something, you'd be building it for one of your grandchildren in a smaller scale, of course. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can buy like that movie Cars, the animated from Disney Cars. They put out a line of furniture for that, both the pickup truck and, of course, our hero. I can't remember the characters' names. And even Nemo, Finding Nemo, the characters did produce some kids' furniture. But I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about us.
Was it a waterbed?
Oh.
Yes, actually it was. Actually it was. But I don't think that sold that terrifically great, A kid with a waterbed? Come on. Waterbeds alone they're screaming 70s,
There's Randall and his rocket.
Oh, hi, Randall.
Hi, guys.
This famous Redstone Star stage screen.
So, tell us about your rockets there. We got caught up on that because I'm surprised someone else followed Don Gilchrist's lead.
I'm afraid this thing here is actually a couple of years old now, so I just thought I would actually catch up with Don.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a lot of catching to do.
I have a lot of catching to do.
About 10 years worth.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
building these things on and off a few years now, and actually I still haven't finished this one yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like antennae that
That's
go
cool.
along this part here.
Uh-huh.
But,
That is really cool.
that's pretty
Is
much
it,
done.
is it a Mercury launcher? Is that what it is?
Yep, Mercury Redstone, specifically Mercury Redstone 8 that launched Gus Grissom. And
The Redstone booster was, I believe, built in Huntsville, Alabama. That's where the space program began. Until they realized they can go further south, and the spin of the Earth would make it cheaper less effort to push these up into space.
Mhm.
But the Redstone, from my understanding, was produced. I could be wrong. It was produced in Huntsville, Alabama, and not anywhere else. But they didn't. They stopped producing them there. They started building them in Florida, closer to the launch pads.
The Redstone.
The Redstone or the Mercury capsule. I'm not sure which. I think it was one of the two.
The capsule, I'm not sure. I know the Redstone booster was the Apollo Saturn 5, or sorry, Saturn 1B rather, the shorter one. Used the Redstone booster as a core stage with extra tanks or whatever around it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Something along those lines, anyway.
Huh.
And the booster itself is actually just almost like a second generation V2. Same designer.
You know, I've been to Huntsville, Alabama, and they have the space camp there. They have the props. They're not I don't think they're the real rockets. They might be, but they have them all either lying down or standing up. The Saturn V, all of them, even the space shuttle, with its metal tank and boosters. And what really amazed me is how small the shuttle was. I didn't realize it. I just thought it was bigger. I thought it was bigger than life, but it's not really that big.
But the size of a DC-3 or
Yeah, I would say a DC-3 airplane, maybe about that length and size. What was impressive was the Saturn V and the B1. They're pretty tall. They're like skyscrapers. They're pretty tall. And the one lying down on its side, broken into parts, you can really get a real feel of how incredibly massive the Saturn V was. Just massive.
I've seen the one in the Kennedy Space Center a few years ago, and I was just blown away with the size. I knew it was big.
Yeah.
It was big, but until you're standing right next to it.
Oh yeah, I mean the nozzles are what, like 30, 40 feet across, each of them.
Mm-hmm. You can park a car in them.
Right.
Okay, a small car. You can still park a car inside one.
Yeah, I think you can put even a big car in one of those nozzles too. But yeah, it's massive. But that's what surprised me about the space shuttle being the newer one among the family. Small. I thought it was really small.
What's your constraints?
Yeah, I think y'all should make it to either Space Center or Huntsville. Huntsville is actually a real trip, and not just going to see the mock-ups of the rockets and to see Space Camp, but where in the United States it is. It's actually very unique. It's. I'll tell you, those folks there are so incredibly down to earth. But boy, I went at the wrong time of year. I went in the summer, and it was very humid and very hot, and my mode of travel was a motorcycle, which was a big mistake, but I enjoyed it. Anyway, you guys should see something like that. It's amazing stuff. So yeah, I would like to see like Don in a place like that. He would just probably dirty his pants, you know.
He'd be lolling on the floor.
Don, I hope you're watching this because we're thinking about you. You're amazing. So let's visit on a Don picture here. And these are the Atlas. Most of them are the Atlas, Redstone Atlas. Help me out, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, Atlas. It's the Atlas booster. Mercury Atlas.
I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I've never seen one of these. I think this is just a. But these are the Atlas one with the Mercury. This is the one that pushed them into orbit.
Yep, that's the one that John Glenn and the succeeding Mercury astronauts got into orbit with. Yeah. Essentially a big liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen tank with a rocket stuck in the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Would this be a V2 right here?
Yep.
That will be a V2 missile. That wasn't shabby in size. That was actually pretty big.
Yeah, they were.
For carrying the rudimentary warheads. He can certainly teach us a thing or two. Okay, he says, starting from the left, V2 not finished, Juno Explorer number 1 not finished, then Freedom 7, then the Liberty Bell, then Atlas Friendship, then the Aurora 7, then Sigma 7, and then the Last Man Mercury Faith 7, then the scrapped Orbital Laboratory scrapped by early version of Skylab, then version of Atlas separated from boosters, not finished yet. The red one is going to be the satellite launcher Atlas, probably the Score series. And finally, a missile version, which is not only 2-engine, but not started yet. A few others are sort out yet, but I don't know. But there you go. He has them all lined up for each of the missions.
Awesome. I think it's his goal to build at least one version of every manned rocket that ever flew.
And he's working on the unmanned ones too. You know, the weather satellite launcher.
Don't notice any Russian ones, or am I missing something?
You're right. He has not shown any Soviet rockets, and there are kits for Soviet.
Vostok and all the rest of it.
Okay.
We're all very subdued today. I think it's the cold. Well, it's in the Australian case, it's the heat. With all the rest of us, it's the cold. We can't get moving.
Right, you're in your garage. I'm in a basement. I have
the garage. This is balmy. It's just wonderful out here.
This is what's making love to me right now. This heater.
Well, mine's is a lot bigger. Mine's just.
I think, Jack, you're in more need of the heater over there, given what the weather's like in the States at the minute.
It's cold here. How you doing, Jamie? Haven't even introduced you.
Hi, guys. I'm doing all right, actually. I'm working on the and had a bit of fit issues with it, but slowly getting over them. That's the hull on the final prime stage. I've got the strobes in now. Here. And here. The issue on the pylons is now gone. Because there's a hell of a gap on this part here. And it takes a lot to get these shaved off and shaved off. The only problem I'm having at the moment is the back. So I've got a slight, doesn't quite fit, you know what I mean? And here. So that's coming on. And I don't know if you're going to see this because it's sealed up. And I can't wire it up because it's ready for installing. But I finished the hangar bay.
Oh, nice.
That looks really good, doesn't it? But if I do it like this, if I can get it right, you might be able to see inside. If I can't, it's not wired up. So, well, it is wired up, but it's not wired up. But if I do it like...
Wow. I could see. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
That's it.
And if I do it from the back, you'll see there's a little guy. If I can just about get the light on there.
There he is.
That looks smart.
You see it?
Yeah. He's wearing a red shirt.
Yeah. Right at the very back.
Before he gets close to space.
And the lifts are done. They're all SFD'd up, so they're ready. It's just basically that's finished now, ready to be installed. The problem I had with this was on the lighting side. Actually, it was like the running lights on the runway were working perfect, but they're too bright, and they're set too bright on the board. So I spoke to Ralph at Tenor Control about it, and he said the easiest way to do it is to daisy chain the resistors.
Yes.
Right, okay. This is my daisy chain.
Oh my God.
Why not just go for a larger resistor?
No,
yeah,
I think
that's
a larger.
That's
one.
on there, right? On there, I've got 2 5.5s, 2 4.7s, and 1 3.7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have just put 1K resistor on it.
Well, you know something though, a 1K one resistor would overheat. The ones that he has would distribute the heat if any is produced by a 1K. I think you got a point there, Phil. But one resistor, I think, would heat up. For what he's trying to do?
Not too much though. But you're right.
So I'm better off leaving it as a daisy chain then.
Well, yeah. I mean, since y'all already got it fixed it up, why change it? I mean, just insulate it. Just insulate it and tuck it away.
Yeah, but the problem I've got, right, is it's not quite dim enough to what I want. Now the runway run lights go like this.
Right.
And they're supposed to be a runway run light, not a flashing beacon that takes over the whole hangar. Now I've got it at the moment, so it's just off where I want to go. But if I put one more resistor on, it goes out.
I'd put a dub of paint over the lights.
Yeah, that would work too.
What? Just double with paint?
The other thing you could do is to add more load to it. So stick another couple of LEDs in the loop and just paint them black so they can't be seen.
Or light up something else with them.
Yeah, that'll work too.
So put 2 LEDs, paint them black, and then yeah, I might give that a try. Thanks for that.
Now the other thing is your LEDs in parallel or series?
Where is it?
It should be in series.
Put your mind up. I've just put these.
Hold on, keep that there.
You tell me. You wired them. I can't see that.
Okay.
Can you hold it closer to the camera? Maybe it'll focus in.
Or not.
No, I guess it won't focus in. Yeah, it's hard to tell how you wired it.
You've got
in series. In series, they will.
Yeah, you got one each side, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then you have each of these are the positives, and the negative run down the middle.
Oh, then he did it in parallel.
They're parallel. See, that's the other thing. If you'd have wired those in series, they would be dimmer.
Yes.
Right? So the fact that by wiring them in parallel, you're sending X volts to each LED. Okay?
Right.
Now, if you wired them in series, which is plus to minus, then you are sending the same voltage through the whole series, but they're all sharing the same voltage, so they would actually be dimmer.
Right. Okay.
Right, and you wouldn't need as much, and because the LEDs would also be absorbing power, you wouldn't need that many series resistors in series, and you could probably get away with a single 1 or 2K half-watt resistor.
Mm.
But wouldn't you lose the effect of the chasing effect if they're all wired together?
That's what I
Actually,
mean.
you're quite right, because it's a chasing effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Therefore,
Yeah, well, each channel would have 2 LEDs in series. That's not a problem.
Mm.
Right, but they're not all on one big series.
no, you're
That's
absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Lou. I forgot about the fact that it's a chasing effect. Yep.
Yeah, so there'll be a pair of LEDs in series. I think will be better. And you know, when I did my X-wing and did the engines, I unwittingly did them in parallel, and they burnt out.
Really? I do all
Yes.
mine. That's funny because I do all mine in parallel because I don't want to dim them down. Funny thing, isn't it?
Right. Well, you know, if you put enough voltage through them, for the example of red, you can use 12 volts and put 4 red LEDs in series, and it'll still be bright.
Oh yeah, but it's just interesting. I think it's just a matter of preference. I always wire in parallel,
Right.
unless I'm doing
Right. And instead of the 12 volts and being reduced on each of the LEDs, doing it in series would make more sense because you don't need a resistor necessarily.
Well, series it's an easier way to wire them because yes, doing them in parallel, you need to resist every LED, but in series you only need one resistor, and it's usually a lot less. You know, like so where you might use a 570 ohm for each parallel. On a series, you may only need 100 ohms.
Yes. Yes.
So what site at the moment? What I've got, what I've explained what I've got on at the moment. I had John Petrie send me some resistors because obviously I haven't got many. Now, if I was to take that daisy chain off, which I was hoping to do and put one resistor on, knowing what I've got on there at the moment, what would you put on? Would you put on a 1K? Or a 2.5.
Well, you've got to experiment. It's unless you're an engineer in electronics, you're going to have to experiment with what's best. I mean, you could sit and work it out mathematically.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't do math. I just grab resistors and stick them on until they look right.
I'm glad to see somebody else does that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe our viewers, we don't talk much about electricity. Our viewers might not know that the warmer colors like the ambers, the oranges, the reds, they all take less voltage. So if you put a voltage on them, you likely burn it out because LEDs are hogs when it comes to electricity, and they'll burn themselves out. So you put a resistor on them to cut down the electric so that they don't burn out. And more resistance will dim the LED. And red, orange, and amber colored LEDs are very easy to resist because they take so little voltage to light up. The blues, the greens, and the whites, they all take higher voltages, so they don't take as much of a resistance if you're going to wire them up. So I like to do it in series only because less resistors, less chance of overheating, and less chance of things burning out, for me anyway.
No, absolutely right.
When you do it that way,
I mean, it's like I've always said. I mean, this lighting side of things is new to me. I mean, I might have been modelling 20 years. I could have had this done. This has been built by now. But the lighting side of things is different, and there's more guys out there got more experience on lighting than me. And I'm just all ears. I'll listen. I'll learn quick.
Something tells me that particular kit is just long to build anyway, whether you light it or not.
You absolutely triple or quadruple the time of a build when you light it.
Oh, certainly. Quadruple multiplied by fivefold.
Jack, I've just been following the videos to the masking. Yeah. And because I can't use I'm using the iridescent paints, and because I can't use the oil-based one,
okay,
or the what's-name one, I've got to use the water-based one. It's going to take me. It takes at least 2 to 3 months to do the masking and the painting. So I'm looking at double that because you have to put, as you do once with the ordinary iridescent, with the water-based iridescent, you've got to do it two or three times in the same bloody spot.
Yes.
Which is like, the paint job's going to take longer than the building.
Still, it's a pity no one on the forum would be prepared to get you the paints and send them to you. And you don't have to mark what's on the bottles or on the packaging.
Yeah,
But
but
in the States.
the between the oil and acrylic, do the acrylic.
no one about the with the iridescent paint. You got a water-based one,
The
and
taxidermy stuff.
yeah, it's got a stuff that you can't send through the post.
No, you can't send it through the post. That's exactly right. And then
Well,
the UK has a lot stricter regulation than the US does.
yeah, but you
And
can get the
even
water-based one because I had the water-based one from the States.
right, and even between states, if I were to send it even across town, they don't allow it.
Really?
Really,
That's ridiculous.
because it's flammable. That's why.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's for a Trek fan and a Star Wars fan, it's the ultimate ship in it. And if you're going to build the ultimate ship, you want to do a good job. So my intention is, I've been working on this now since Christmas. Is I'm going to do finalise the final base coat on this and the final base coat on the saucer, and wire up the neck piece, and then I'm going to just put it away for a month and work on something else because I think it can send you crazy.
Yeah, very, very, very wise, Jamie. Very wise.
So I'm gonna start and have a go on the Liberator, I think, and then see how I get on with that, and then go back to the Enterprise because this one is like for a first major lighting, it's a big kit.
Yeah, everybody who has built it said it's a crazy kit, and it makes it crazy. I mean, oh God, what's his name?
Boyd?
No, not Boyd. The other one. The
Simon?
crazy one.
Simon Merckx.
Simon Merckx. Yeah, he's a little nuts building those Enterprises. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But you can see the after effect it has on you, can't you?
Oh yeah, and best of all, he doesn't even use acrylic. He uses all oil paints, all those fumes too.
Yeah. But without a mask.
We love you, Simon. We do.
Yeah.
We just like making fun of you too.
What do you do when you superglued yourself to the ship?
Well, that's me. I do. That's my style of modeling. I like to wear my models.
It's hanging.
Give me a minute, lad.
It's coming.
Up into his tits again.
You're not kidding. You're actually attached. There you go. That would be a fashion statement now, wouldn't it? So I wear lots of models.
Hey man, yeah, cool.
Here's my Messerschmitt, and here's my Enterprise. And right down below is my Corvette.
What stinks?
Simon, you can say Liam has skin in the game now.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears.
Unusual weathering technique.
So, this guy, Ken Skiffington, I'm really jealous of this guy. He just puts these things out like it's effortless. I mean, does he have a life besides modeling? Let me screen share what he's up to. This would be
the small version.
Oh, yeah, this is the Star Wars Death Star trench.
Yeah, cool.
Mark 1.
And the reason I say I'm jealous is that I want to build my my X-wing, my TIE fighters for the chase scene in the first movie ever, and I need a trench. And he does an amazing job. Oh gosh, look at these boards. These are just flat boards, and he's covered them with styrene. Boy, he must own like a styrene factory.
They're motorized as well, aren't they? The tires are motorized, I think.
These?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Let's go back. These things.
I think he has them in an R shot. He's got them actually moving, or is it? I'm thinking of someone else. The weird thing is, if you look at the little pieces with the black circles, they seem to actually be those weird eyes you get on dolls that.
Yeah, googly eyes.
Yeah, googly eyes. That's what he's used.
I've used those many times. They're great little domes.
Yeah, where do you get these domes here? I mean, I can see cutting a ping pong ball.
I bet he's found a good plastic wholesaler or something.
You know, if James from Canada, he'd be using medicine bottles.
Speaking of him, where is he today? Recovering from his birthday?
Well, today's his birthday.
No, yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Maybe that's why he tied one on, and you know, he's sleeping it off. But yeah, well, yeah, he also has. Let's see, the turret too, the gun turret somewhere. Where did I see it?
It's where you put that when it's finished is the problem.
Is it really a problem? Be surrounded by your toys? I don't know.
Keep you warm on these cold nights.
Here are the turrets.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
He certainly is. Very, very talented. Very nice. Wow, look at all the detail. The scoring in there.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool beans. So I'd like to, you know, also bring up Wild House models, and it looks like he's getting into figures. He's got a sculptor working on some figures.
The doctor.
Let's see. He gave it a link. It's not a picture that he posted. It's a link.
I remember seeing the drawings of the nurse's uniform that he was putting out there, and I wouldn't like my nurse to wear that sort of thing and take my blood pressure and kind of.
You have to count points off of it right off the top.
Yeah.
This is wildhousemodels.com. And there's the doctor.
That's the doctor, yeah. Well, that's the... Yeah.
Boy, his feet are small. Very cool. Very cool.
He is thinking about doing a larger scale version of some of the things as well, so instead of just being a 1/35th...
Yeah, like a 6 scale?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 24 scale. That's pretty small. That a 24 scale would make it, what, about 2 or 3 inches tall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 inches would be 24. That's math in the morning. I can't do math in the morning.
That's right. That's right. Neither can I. Well, I don't do math in the normal anyway, so.
Yeah.
And I know he is. I don't think it's a secret to say he's working with someone else who I can't say who it is. He's working on a ship design.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hopefully going to be doing ships soon as well. So.
Well, keeping with the theme of figures from Wild House, our friend Bob Bruce is doing Thor. That's actually coming together really good.
Yeah.
Look at
I like his skin tones.
I wish I could paint figures.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that gets me is the eyes here. I mean, I can probably get my hands will shake enough to do the skin tone, but the eyes, no way.
Yeah.
No way. Let's see, he has two more pictures here. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good cape.
Look at the variation of the cape.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Good depth in there, isn't there?
Yes, very good depth.
I also like the different shading he's got on the actual armor, or the body armor. It's pretty good.
And what's interesting here too, his ear is, of course, the flesh tone, and his hair around it and over it. A lot of talent in this community. A lot of talent.
I also love the fact if you look closer, Jack, you can see the shadow on his 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you gotta have a little stubble.
6 o'clock.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Well,
12 o'clock.
But you can
I like that.
It's really
I like that. Oh, what is it? It's, I don't know. Lou, what is it we call 5 o'clock shadow?
5 o'clock shadow.
I was just trying to work on your American time, because we're 5 hours behind you boys, or 6 hours.
Well, you know, Americans have to outdo everybody, even in their beards.
Well, the question is, you know, it's 6 o'clock, don't you? 3 times difference.
The question is, if Asgard doesn't have a 24-hour day, what day is their 5 o'clock shadow? It could be, you know, it could be Zorn 30 for them, you know.
I was just looking the other day, lads, and I was thinking, these guys that, like Louis and who's the one with the masks. I mean, you guys, you make it look so easy.
I say the same thing about people who can light things.
Well, you know, I have to say that I have had this mustache for quite a long time. And when I first grew it, it came in blonde, and I had to color it just so it doesn't look like dirt, you know. And I tried everything.
Jack, I got to that stage to have a moustache, and about three years ago, I had a visit from my young niece, and she looked up at me and she says, "Uncle Jamie, why is your hair one colour and your moustache another?" Oh God, time to go.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I don't know. It's me, I guess. Speaking of me, that's not really me. This is Matt Fierro. He's done his Camaro. Matt Fierro.
Oh, you made a rhyme. You made a rhyme, Jack.
Well, he made it rhyme.
No, you made a rhyme.
And I have to say, this is a cool build.
Yeah. I love the shadow effect on the base.
The shadow effect, that's a mirror.
Yeah, I know it's a mirror, but if you look from at the bottom, it gives off this shadow around the car.
Oh, okay. Let's see, get another angle here.
Shouldn't he actually be making Fieros instead of Camaros?
Nice.
It was his father. I think it was his father's car or something he was doing.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one they, don't quote me if I'm wrong or right, but wasn't that the one they used with the two detectives? Starsky and Hutch?
No, this isn't Starsky and Hutch. No, that was a Camaro. That was a Charger.
Ah, right, okay. They look very similar.
Wasn't Starsky and Hutch a Torino?
There's a Ford Torino.
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch was. We're talking about the good old boys from
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, right? Okay, Starsky and Hutch was a Torino.
Yeah. That was that car then, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There is one post I'm still looking for. It is probably the most amazing, the funniest, and so true. Now that we're going through the community, Wayne had posted some pictures of his locomotive. Where is it? Here it is. That's a good size there, mister.
Yeah. Should see the box it came in.
Yeah, you did show the box like a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty big, yes.
I got the evil eye off the postman.
Let's get some close up here. Wow. Look at the rivets and everything.
Yeah, all that spring work at the bottom there, that's all interconnected, so you have to build it first before you actually put it on.
Uh-huh.
So, all fairly, all parts to break off.
Okay. In the light of today's cinema, this is how we're going to finish the show today. Unfortunately, is the way I'm going to finish the show today. This is a post by someone. This is a takeoff of a movie that's recently. The man says, "My tastes are very singular." The woman says, "You wouldn't understand." "Unlike me," she says, 50 screws of gray.
That's hilarious.
Let's get stuck in.
And that's from our friend, Norman Fair from Florida. Thank you, Norman, for sharing that tidbit of fun. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for joining us and sharing what you got in your workbench and your scale modeling hobby, et cetera, et cetera. Jamie, thank you for sharing, and good luck with your build. You know, it is going slow, but what's interesting about it going slow, we see how meticulous and how good you really are as a modeler. Thank you for sharing, and keep up the good work, too. And Liam, he not only has 2 eyes, he's got 4 eyes, or like
6
Cyclops eyes or something here.
6 in this case.
Thanks for joining us, Liam, and you take care of yourself in the cold garage. Lou, I'm glad we were able to wake you up.
Yeah, me too.
Now get some coffee.
I think I will.
Excellent. And Phil, thank you for sharing, and we'll see you later. And Randall, thank you for showing your missiles.
Thank you. You're welcome, Jack. And Das Vidanya.
Oh, he's got his version.
That's a Russian Das Vidanya. Yes, a Russian craft. There you go. Very cool. And Robert, good luck with your studies. Hope you get back to the hobby soon.
No worries, mate.
And Wayne, thanks for sharing as well.
All right.
And thank you all for joining us at Across the Pond Hangout, Amazing Plastics Across the Pond Hangout. We'll be back 2 weeks. Tomorrow we'll have Across the Pond, I should say not Across the Pond, Sunday Hangout. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. That's an evening. And thank you all, and you have a good night, or a good day, or wherever you are in the world.
Good morning.